Hello.
Hello.
The purpose of this app I created was to do a personal assistant based app. As a busy college student, managing three jobs, a full time schedule, and also trying to maintain a social life, it can be very difficult to keep track of my schedule, my to do list, and other important events in my life. Therefore, I decided to create a personal assistant program. This program will manage multiple things from a birthday list to an anniversary list to a calendar and as well a to do list. The first iteration's purpose was mostly to get the general idea of how information would be stored and how the data would be retrieved, and as well the programming language and the overall class design I would be using to make this program successful and effectively using an iterative approach. In an iterative approach, I would create a feature. For example, in my program, I made it a for example, in my program, I made a to-do list and also a birthday list so that I could effectively test each feature prior to moving on to the next feature. And also, each feature is independent of each other, so therefore, there's less coupling and cohesion remains high within each feature. So, how this app works is basically you select the item that you decide to do, whether it be the birthday list or the to do list. Other features will be added in the future, especially a login system, so that people get access to the system, such as my parents and whoever I give access to, can access my calendar, my to do list, and other important aspects, and add and remove items given certain permissions. Uh, the programming language I'm using is Python. Python is very good for networking because it effectively allows you to uh, use ports, and there's the libraries of Python makes it very useful to use networking like applications. So this is why I decided to go with Python so that I can make this application at some point web based and also allow to send emails in every day in the morning to give daily overviews of what's going on, what's due today, what's due tomorrow, what's due next week. That way you can kind of prioritize what you're doing for the day. So the first feature is that you can add to-do items. So if I'm going to go ahead and add a to-do item, I can say my software engineering project. And we'll say it's due tonight at midnight. The time is military time because just to differentiate AM and PM a lot easier. So I prior had already inputted other to-do items, so my artificial intelligence program and my networking final are also included in this list. Say I do not want to add another item. So I can go ahead and see my current list and see what I have to do. So it's obvious that my first to-do item to be done is my software engineering project since it's due at midnight. And then my next item up for to be done is to study for my networking final. It's tomorrow at 11 a.m. Therefore, say I go ahead and finish my software engineering project, I can go ahead and remove it from my list simply by entering the title of the to-do item. Doing so updates the list and shows that the item has been removed. I can then show the current list again, and it shows that artificial intelligence and networking final are only two items on my to-do list right now. I can also edit a to-do item, say that the artificial intelligence program was extended. You can do this simply by entering the to-do item, so my artificial intelligence program, oops, I obviously spelled it wrong. So therefore, it caused an error. Therefore, I need to start this feature up again and type it the way I typed it the original time, the first time. This is one of the error catching techniques I used, was to make sure that I assumed all different types of input that the user could input. So therefore, let's say that he extended it for a whole month. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and type in the new due date, which you can update the time and the date if you'd like. But let's just say that the time remains the same, but the month has changed. Therefore, the time is updated, and the to-do list has been updated. Another feature is the birthday list. This allows you to maintain a list of birthdays. So my current birthdays are listed here, and let's say I want to add my mother. I can add it the same way I did for the to-do list. And then it asks if I want to add another one, say no, and then I can see my current list. This will implement very well with my calendar program because the way I'm managing my files is that each feature has its own data file, that stores this information in a specific format that's not readable by the regular human text editor. As you can see, it's formatted in a specific way that allows the program to easily read and write to the file as needed. This is the same format that will be used for other features, and for the other features such as appointments, the username and passwords. Although the username and passwords will be hashed, but is in for the iteration upcoming. Therefore, this is currently a very simple app, but the features and the setup of the app makes it very successful for the iterative approach by allowing me to go feature by feature and ensuring that each feature works correctly, and also uses various different testing techniques to ensure that different types of user input and errors are addressed prior to the release of the program. Thank you for your time.